Welcome back, lads. It is episode number 23 of our FC 26 career mode with Bolton Wanderers. As we know, in the previous episode, we had to unfortunately let that man go, a transfer that I was reluctant to do, but ultimately the player forced our hands into that sale. Enough about the past though, as we've got the future to focus on here. We're fifth in the Premier League right now, 3 points behind Manchester United, who are fourth. And we will face them in today's episode. We will also face Bournemouth, who are right behind us in 6th place right now. But we will start with Sunderland to complete the month of January. And then Bournemouth, Manchester United, Luton in the FA Cup, and Arsenal in the league. Arsenal are second in the Premier League right now, if I'm not mistaken. But one more outgoing here in the January transfer window. Alistair McGill, I believe, the goalkeeper we've just recently gave first team contracts. He joins Cardiff on a 2-year loan. I thought it was just a loan until the end of the season, but we always have that option anyway to recall him if we have to. For now, let's give out 1 or 2 contracts extensions. I believe this is the second extension for Josh Sheehan in the last 12 months, or in this case, wage increase that he's asked for in the last 12 months. A little bit too much though in wages there. I know he's our captain and he's important to us and all of those, but considering we gave Simons 15k, I mean, Simons was only asking for 5k, but we ended up giving him 15. I think the same amount is fair for Josh Sheehan, so we will try and do exactly that. Come on now, Sheehan. I've ended up going up to 20k in wages. It's a little bit more than I was willing to go up to, but we don't want to be losing our captain in the January transfer window. I honestly think this is fair. If he doesn't accept this, unfortunately, there isn't more that I can do. It's not what they want, but they will sign the contract. Oh my goodness, I thought we would be losing on a midfielder in the January transfer window, but I'm so happy to get that one sorted. It puts him on parity now with some of our highest earners, which is Viper on 35k, Bungard is on 28, and Thierry Small is on 25, and then you've got the likes of Toure and Sheehan on about 20k, both of those players. It's looking quite nice, but let's go over to the games now. I said we had to look forward to the future. Well, the future begins here at home at the Toughsheet Community Stadium to a fantastic Sunderland side who, if I can remember correctly, the last time we faced them, they are a possession-heavy side with Owen Goodman in goal, and Tawal and Johnson starts this one. In midfield, it is Simons, Morgan, and Sheehan. Josh Sheehan, our captain, who's recently just signed a new contract. Sunderland have got strong Sadiki and Neil in midfield for them. They've got Brian Brobby up front, as we know. He's a handful. We're going to have to find a way to keep him quiet today. Once again, this game is going exactly how I thought it was going to go. Sunderland just being possession-heavy side. They're just going to pass the ball around all day. The last time we faced them, we had about 20% possession. That's a bit of a desperation from us there, trying to win possession back. But an awful, awful tackle there from Randall, who is going to see himself to an early yellow card. When we have hold of the ball like this against a team who likes to be possession heavy, we've got to make it count. Well, half an hour into the game, there's been more yellow card than attempts so far, which it just tells you how this game is going, isn't it? That's a poor tackle that time from the Sunderland midfielder, Sadiki. Come on, it's been one of those games where both teams haven't really had any ambition to go forward. With Sunderland here from the left-hand side, it's Adrian straight to the goalkeeper. I don't think he knew much about that, to be honest, and that would have been very costly to concede a goal there just before the break. We've got a corner to deal with though. Sunderland win the header, but it looks like we're going to get it cleared here. Possession have just been given away, but Sunderland gave it straight back to us on the break here. One last attack. Referee, please don't end the game. Let's see if we can at least get an attempt on target here. Viper! Oh, what a chance. Oh, big chances coming for both teams just before the end of the first half. But none of the teams could take it. It's 0-0 into the break. Second half, though, you'd expect to be better. Oh, what a game it's been, man. Absolutely ball-fest in the second half so far. It's just been I think this time we might actually have less than 20% possession all through the second half. It's just been Sunderland popping it around, and we had barely had a touch. Oh, that's perfectly right. He's offside. I think he's just gone too early, and the linesman agrees with that as well. Oh my goodness, that would have been a winner for us in the 87th minute. That was so close. Just couldn't get the timing right. That's it. It's a 0-0 draw. Boring first half, other than the final sort of 5 minutes where both teams had a shot on target. And the second half, there was barely any attempts in this game. Talby, 0 attempts, 0 goals. What a boring game this was. But we will take the points. Sunderland are a tough side, so a point against them, it's a very good point. I think one of the most difficult parts of losing Nicholas Odegaard so late in the transfer window, other than his quality, of course, is the fact that we're not prepared to replace him. That's the other reason why we went up as high as 20k for Sheehan's contract. Otherwise, we would have needed 2 midfielders so late in January. We've got £9 million in our transfer budget, and a couple of those millions would go into player contracts, and about £1 million will go into our academy infrastructure right now in terms of signing those youth academy players from now until the end of the season if we need to. And that leaves us about £6 million really to be able to replace Odegaard. We sold him for £5 million and we have about £6 million to replace him. Now, Isaac Price would have been the perfect player for me in that role, but we don't have £12.5 million. And I don't think West Brom would entertain the option to loan the player. We have got Louis Page here, who quality at 72 rated. I don't think he's defensively sound enough to do that role for us at the moment. Anyway, he's still 19 years of age, so there's growth in him. But right now, not ready to do that box-to-box midfield role for us. We've got the likes of Eli Kamara here, who's 25 years of age. I think he's a right back, or left back, but he's right-footed, so he's really a right back. And I also think some of his technical qualities might mean he can play in that box-to-box midfield position. He's got the defensive awareness, he's got the ball control, dribbling, he's got the crossing, he's got the okay long and short and long passing there, which is not too bad. The only centre midfielder we've got, out-and-out centre midfielder we've got in the shortlist here is Diego Rodriguez, but we don't know too much about him. We've still got a few days to get his final scout report, but the good news is we can get this player on loan with an option to buy, and I'm leaning towards that option right now. We've got the likes of Bayuku and the likes of Lawal, who I've got here for right back options. We've also got Mussolini here, who's a right midfielder, but I think he can easily play as a right back given some of his defensive qualities there. Now, I think we will go for the option of a loan to buy for Diego Rodriguez. I think he'll be about 73, maybe 72 rated. I think he can do a job for us from now to the end of the season. And if he's good enough, we will have that option to sign him at the start of next season, just as we did with Owen Goodman, who has been fantastic for us this season. I still think it's a bit of a concern, the fact that Braga are accepting to loan out their centre midfielder in January. They're not the best team in Portugal. That tells me the player is not a first-team player for them. We'll go for the short-term loan. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about this deal. But the good thing about a loan to buy is that you don't have to make that option permanent. We'll pay 50% of his wages. Let's see what they say. They want us to pay 60%. Okay, let's accept that. It's going smoothly so far. In terms of the buy option, though, I mean, I'll take a gamble here and go for about £7.5 million and say a 15% sell-on clause and see what they have to say. That's a responsible offer, a reasonable offer rather. Now, we might have just paid a bit too much there maybe, but we will find out shortly. So welcome to Bolton Wanderers, Diego Rodriguez, who is probably going to start a lot of games for us from now to the end of the season. But let's see the moment of truth here. 6 months loan deal, that option to buy, as we know, for £7.5 million. He's 74 rated. Okay, that is not as bad as I thought. He's 74 rated. Let's take a look at though some of his attributes here. I think he's got good enough pace to play midfield for us. Stamina is excellent. He's got good dribbling, good ball control. His long and short passing is very good as well. And that means he might just fit better in more of that left-sided box-to-box midfield role that Morgan is currently playing right now. And that would mean Morgan would have to go over to the right-hand side as more of the half winger because he's got some of the attributes to do a good job for us. I don't think Rodriguez would make a decent half winger. He's not the quickest of midfielders, but he's got good enough pace to play in the left-hand side. It's not a bad deal, you know. In terms of his market value right now is £7.5 million, which is bang on the option to buy. So he's probably going to get better going into the start of next season before we can make that deal permanent. I'll tell you what, it's not a bad deal for us. So now then, because we haven't spent any money to bring in Rodriguez just yet, if we make the signing permanent, that's going to go into next season's budget instead, which is good news. And that means we've still got our £9 million to be able to bring in a signing here. Bolton Wanderers I was initially considering, but his value is £6 million, which at the moment puts him out of our price range because both the transfer fee and wages will take us into that 8 million mark, which doesn't leave us with enough to keep on giving players improved contracts from now to the end of the season. And I think we might go for Gadi Pierre Beyuku here, who again, I think he will be about 71, 72 rated, the right back. And that would not automatically make him a starter, but rather spend from now to the end of the season getting used to the position to potentially take over from Swansea at the start of next season. I think that's a good choice here to go for him. He can also be in 6'1", maybe play as a centre-back, and he can also play out wide from the right midfield position if we need him to. He's got some decent attributes here, especially physically. I'm not sure how much we will have to pay to sign him, but let's find out together. We will go for an opening offer here of, say, about £2.5 million. We do like the sell-on clause, so we will give them the 10% sell-on clause here and see what they have to say. Okay, £2.7 million and an 8% sell-on clause. That is not too bad. We will keep the 8% sell-on clause and we will try the £2.5 million again and see what they have to say. They've brought the price down a little bit for the sake of 150k. We will accept that and look to sort out his contract here quickly. This is probably the tricky part of signing a player that you don't have the full scout report on. It's when it comes to the wages. The fact that him and his agents have asked for important role tells me he's at least similar quality to Swansea because he's a right back, so he wants to be on a similar sort of squad role to the player he's competing with, though he must be, in terms of ability, close to Swansea. But 12.5k, they could walk away and say it is an insult, or they could tell us what they want. That's a reasonable offer. Okay, we have signed our second player in January, which fortunately for us, we fell into an option for a loan deal for Rodriguez, and that means we had the fund to bring in a right back. Moment of truth again. What is the player's level? Let's find out together. He's a 71 rated centre back, and that means why they're only giving us the centre back option. He must be around similar quality for a right back as well. Not as much. He's a 71 rated right back as well. He's 22 years of age, so there must be room for improvement here. In the long term, it could be the solution to the right back, but for right now, he's probably going to start as a cover for Swansea when we need to rotate. And that means we don't have to play Thierry Small or Conway in that right back position as well, because sometimes it feels a little bit awkward having a left-footed player playing as a right back. But 8 hours left to go in the transfer deadline day here. We're going to reject that offer for Josh Sheehan. There is no way we're going to be letting go of Josh Sheehan right now. And we will go into the remainder of the season with what we have got currently sitting 7th position in the league right now. So whatever happens in terms of injuries, or in terms of our sixth in the Premier League right now. But whatever happens, we will have to manage this squad. We will have to rotate wisely. We'll try and keep everyone injury-free, hopefully, from now to the end of the season. For our final Youth Academy update, we send the scouts out for 3 months. Don't forget, this is the final month out of that 3 months, and we will do it one more until the end of the season. But Edgar, excellent potential, but we've already got 2 decent goalkeepers. One of them we have promoted already in McGill, who is out on loan at Cardiff City. So we will reject all of them here. I would have considered Edgar if his starting overall was much better than that. Excellent potential, but it's going to take a while to get him first team ready. And in France, where we're scouting for defenders, I don't think anyone here will make it into the academy. We have Bardawag promoted the likes of Munoz, giving Munoz a scholarship deal into the academy from last month's updates. That's why you can't or you cannot see him anymore as part of these updates, but we will reject all of them here in France. And finally here in Croatia, where we are scouting for midfielders, again, I don't think any of them will make it. Kasun, though, we might just take a chance and give him a scholarship deal, but other than that, we will reject the rest of these in Croatia. Our youth academy is looking overpopulated right now, if you ask me. We will take our time to sort out who we want to keep and who we want to get rid of. 3 goalkeepers in there. We've got 4 goalkeepers, actually. The likes of Bertin and Munoz, the 2 French right backs. If Munoz develops nicely, we might end up in the future having 2 French right backs. The fact that we've just signed Gadi Pierre Bayuku, who is not immediately going to be a starter for us. Actually, 3 right backs from France we've got in the academy right now. A few centre defensive midfielders. And we have got a few centre midfielders, centre attacking midfielder, and Stefan Mars, who is the next big thing that would come out of the academy as soon as we can. He's not 17 yet. I like to wait ideally until they're 17 to give them a youth academy or a first team contract, I should say. Looking overpopulated, our academy, but we will sort that out in the next episode or so, when we have time to do so. For now, our next game in the league, it's Bournemouth. With the January transfer window now closed, and in my opinion, what I think was 2 shrewd transfers that we made on that deadline day, it is now time to test ourselves against some of the very best teams in the Premier League with the last 15 games or so to go. The big question though is, can we hold on to our position of finishing in that top 8 in our first season in the Premier League? Bournemouth have signed Adam Wharton, which is interesting. I mean, I've said a couple of times, they are a team that their style of play we struggle with. High press, high tempo, they move the ball quickly, and it's not just move and remain static. They keep passing and moving, which can be very difficult to deal with. At the same time, they are also a team where if we get it right, we tend to create chances against them. We could actually score a few goals against them. But on the other hand, if things go wrong, we absolutely can be battered here. And that is not a good way to start the game. Big mistake at the back there. Bournemouth could capitalize on this. It's Adam Wharton now to Ryan, the Brazilian. Oh my goodness. We know he's got one hell of a strike on him. That time though, Owen Goodman standing up to the occasion. But what a save on the corner from the Bournemouth header. It's just off target there. Good start from the home side. Come on, we've barely been in this game so far. Oh, there is the space now for Bundgaard to run into. On that right-hand side, he's got the pace to get away from his man. It's not Jet Spence this time, who defended so well against him the last time we faced Rodriguez. It's Diogo Rodriguez, our loan signing in the January transfer window. Oh my goodness, what a start to life here at Bolton Wanderers. That is his first attempt on goal, and it's in the net. What a start for the young man. I mean, if he keeps this going on like this, who is to say we're not going to make that loan move permanent come the end of this season? Bundgaard goes over the top to Viper. And the Viper strikes again with the second one just before the end of the first half. His 11th goal of the season. Oh my goodness, we're having fun here. I did say if things go our way, Bournemouth are a team that we can absolutely score a few goals against. Tell you what, he's looked really, really good, that Rodriguez, for us in this game. Oh my God, Bongard, what have you done there? Rodriguez, Diogoal! At the top, he's just fantastic at arriving late in the box, isn't he? Reminds me, I mean, it's early days, right? But he reminds me a little bit of Frank Lampard. It's amazing, that ability to want to run into the box like that. Look at this though. Look at the willingness to want to get into that box and get a shot on target. And he got there just about before the defender. He's absolutely smacked it home for the second goal of the game. Rodrigo. What a signing it's looking like so far. If he continues like this, we're definitely making that permanent. Come on. Got to defend well here. We can't concede. We can't concede. Clivette. Oh, a big tackle there from the centre back. Isaac Toure. He's so useful, I had to go on post-commentary here, lads, because the game did finish 3-0. I should tell you that now. But for some reason, just after this clip here, I lost the commentary. I lost the sound and the footage to the remainder of the game, which was a little bit disappointing. So from this point, I had to go on post-com, but nothing else happened after this, but we lost the footage. So here we go. It's a 3-0 victory. Well, the good news is the sound and the recording is now sorted. I was worried for a second it could have been a major issue for me, but it turns out just being a little bit of a glitch. It took about 20 minutes to sort out though, so I've had to stop recording for 20 minutes. Hopefully not too rusty here, but it's Manchester United. It's at the Toughsheet Community Stadium. Our new signings, Bayuku, and of course, Diogo Rodriguez, who scored a brace on his debut against Bournemouth, starts this one. Manchester United have got Benjamin Sesko leading the line for them. I mean, he can be a handful on his day, isn't he? We've got to be aware of those crosses into the box. And this has been happening a few times now, where straight from kickoff, the AI puts it away, which I don't know if it's from the recent updates of the game, but it's really strange. It's Bayuku, his first touch of the ball in the first half here. I'm excited for that signing, at right back. He's got pace. It looks like he's got some good attacking quality going forward. Defensively as well, it looks to be solid. Oh, yes. Lamens in no man's land there. Didn't cross to the far post from, I think that was Morgan, who's got himself his first assist, by the way. And it's Clayton Taylor on the far post with a header home. Oh my goodness. What a start against Manchester United here, man. They have been awful in this opening 27 minutes or so. So far, we are exploiting the lack of pace. The shot's blocked there from Maguire. So far, we are exploiting the lack of pace in that centre-back position. De Ligt is a little bit quick, but Harry Maguire, as we know, is not the quickest of centre-back. And we are taking advantage of it right now. That could be the second. Oh my God. That was awful from Bungard. It's normally a lot better than that. I tell you what, Manchester United have made this game so easy for us. I know it's only, the start of the second half, but if they continue like this, I'm pretty confident we can get something out of this game. So far, it's advantage Bolton Wanderers on the attack here. Viper, look at the space Viper have got in the box. I'm a little bit surprised how easy this game will be, considering the last time we faced them, although we got a point from that game, they battered us for 90 minutes. It was only a lot of luck we needed to get a draw from that one, but this time, it's looking so easy, man. I cannot believe this. They've had no shot, by the way, on target to trouble the goalkeeper here. The referee plays advantage, but that certainly is going to call that one back at a later stage for a yellow card for Isaac Toure, who recovered quite nicely here. So on the break, once again, gets the run from the outside. We have taken away Diogoal from his position. Oh, I should have done the unselfish thing there and try to find a pass, but certainly going to stop it now, referee. It's a yellow card for Rodriguez. I had to do that. Every opportunity I get, I'm trying to stop the play to sort of get set again, and we go again. I mean, it's a fantastic tactics, isn't it? To slow the game down as of when you can. Two of our players, though, did pick up a yellow card then. Last cross of the game, it looks like. Comfortably dealt with by Forino. It's a clean sheet against Manchester United. And it's a 2-0 victory in what was a very comfortable game for us, which was a little bit of a surprise. But we are in good run of form right now. 5 goals scored in our last 2 games, as well as keeping a couple of clean sheets as well. Look at this, though. We dominated that. 7 shots to their 2. Expected goal 2.4 to their 0.3 shot. We had more passes, more tackles. We won more tackles. We just had a better game. Tell you what, though, whilst we found a winning formula right now in the Premier League, you almost want to keep playing the Premier League games and try and get as many points as possible. But for now, we have got a break in that competition. It is the 4th round of the FA Cup here against a Luton Town that have gone strong. Adebayo lead on the line for them. We know from his Premier League days he can be a handful for us. It is Abimbola, Sam Dolby and Thierry Gale starting as our forward 3 for this one. I know we have rotated a lot in this game, but I still think we've got a strong starting 11 here to win this game as Luton Town gave possession away. 3 passes later, it is in the back of the net as Sam Dolby continues his good scoring form in the cup competitions. He got a few in the Carabao Cup and he's got a first one here in the FA Cup. He was never going to miss that one, let's be honest. Luton Town, they're good at keeping the ball, but other than that, defensively, man, there's that massive space between their attacking players and the midfield and the defense when they press, which makes it a bit easier to try and play through the lines, as we have done a few times. Look at this, the space between their midfield and their defense is just, it's gaping, man. And the second one, Thierry Gale, another player that have been useful for us in these cup competitions, is the second goal in his second appearance in the FA Cup this season. This is one of those games where we could have scored 4, we could have scored 5. The amount of spaces Luton Town are leaving behind is criminal, really. It's a combination play there, back swapping ball, but it's off target that time. We've been in cruise control. We haven't even gone into top gear just yet in this game, and we've looked ever so comfortable. We've just got to get the 3rd to kill the game, isn't it? 1 more goal, and they're certainly not going to come back from this one. Sheehan, how have you missed that one, son? He's been asking for game times, by the way. And the fact that he starts this game, he should be taking chances like that, man. We all love Sheehan, don't we? We all love Sheehan. We can't complain about him too much. Last season, he scored. That was a big chance for them. There was a stage last season where it felt like Sheehan was never going to stop scoring. But this season, it's been a bit quiet, as he showed from that massive opportunity missed earlier. Come on, 1 more here, lads. 66 minutes. Swanson out wide to Randall, who's dropped out wide as that half winger for us in that position. But look at the space. Thierry Gale is just going to square that for Sam Dolby, who makes it 3. And if there was any doubt at 2-0, well, that doubt has been wiped away now, because 3-0, it is game over here in the FA Cup. That will surely send us to the next round of this competition. And yes, we do go on to the next round of the FA Cup. Comfortable 3-0 victory for us. Luton Town did not ask us any question at all in this game, and we completely took advantage with what was a heavily rotated side. Sam Dolby with a brace, Thierry Gale with a goal and an assist to his name. Fantastic performance, lads. And up next year is the final game of today's episode against an Arsenal side that have got a caretaking manager in charge. Now, if I'm not mistaken, when we faced them earlier on this season, they had Hansi Flick, didn't they, as their manager. But both teams are only 5 points separating both teams going into this game. I had to do the maths there very quickly. Arsenal in 3rd, And of course, we're 5th in the league. They've got Antonio Rudiger as one of the centre-backs. Victor Gyökeres starts up front, Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli, giving them the width for us. It's Owen Goodman in goal. We're back to our strongest starting 11 here for this one after a rotated lineup in the FA Cup against Luton Town. I mean, compared to all the teams we have faced this season, Arsenal are by far the most organised side. Again, I know we won in the reverse fixture 1-0, but it was one of those games at the start of the season where, oh, that's lovely reverse pass there to Randall, who goes with his left foot. Big save from the Arsenal goalkeeper. But going back to that first game, that was the first game of our Premier League Arsenal. They battered us in that second half, man. I'm not sure. Oh, another save. I'm not sure how we won that game, but it's one of the many points we have picked up this season where Goodman in goal has been absolutely class for us this season. Substitution here in the second half. It's been, after those early chances in the first half, it's been boring so far. As you'd expect though, when you face Arsenal, it's you don't expect end-to-end game against them. Solid defensively as always. We've struggled to create any more chances. Themselves, they haven't really created much in this game. Bayuku, or the referee plays an advantage, who has ended up being an expensive advantage for against us. What a header though, Declan Rice. Goodman, for all the praises we've given him this season, I've got to say, he's got that one wrong. We can't criticize him though. He's been sensational for us this season, but he absolutely got that one wrong. Off his line, but not quick enough. Declan Rice in the back of the net. When you concede a late goal like that against Arsenal, you've got no chance in getting back into the game. They are the most organised team that we have faced in the Premier League. To break them down, we had those, that could have been second back-to-back saves that time from the goalkeeper. And that is the end of the game. Arsenal secured a 1-0 victory. Good header from Declan Rice, a little bit of an error from the goalkeeper. We had the better first half, they had the better second half, and to be honest, deserved the 1-0 victory. It's one of those games. A bit disappointed, but it is what it is. You know, I said the last game was going to be the final one in today's episode, but I did not want to end in a defeat, and hence, we've got one more here against a Bristol City side that are struggling this season, bottom of the league right now, which you would think, given our recent run of form, other than the last game against Arsenal, of course, we would have what it takes to take our 3 points here. Strong starting 11 from ourselves. Tawal and Johnson, though, the two centre-backs for this one. As we know, and Bristol City play this 3-4-3 attacking formation. They do leave spaces behind, but at the same time, deadly going forward. Come on, early goal here is vital in a game like this to just, set the tempo, to just calm things down a little bit. It's not going to get there. Just too much on that pass over the top to Clayton Taylor. But straight away here, Bristol City on the attack. Max Baird finds Hirakwa. Can he go on his own? Yes, he's still going. Pull back to Baird again. Baird now to Jason Knight. Look at the space. Look at the space there for Riz. That's the striker for Bristol City. That is shocking defending, man. And 12 minutes into the game, we have conceded. Early goal I knew was going to be important in this game. Unfortunately, it's gone against us here. His 4th goal of the season. Maybe it was a bad idea playing one more game in this episode. We should have just ended things against Arsenal and started the game tomorrow. But Viper plays a stunning through ball there to Bungard. I think that was Bungard who should absolutely be scoring that one. Straight from conceding, we've almost got an equaliser there. And to be honest, he should have done much better there. Come on, lads. It would be nice to get that equaliser here going into before the end of the first half. And once again, another massive opportunity missed. That time, I think it was Randall. We could have scored 2 goals already in this first half. 2 chances that on a normal day we will score both. Come on. The longer this game carries on like this, with the 1-0 advantage to Bristol City. Here we go, Viper. Surely it's not going to let us down this time. And on the third attempt, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, we finally makes it count. For the second there, I thought he's had a heavy touch, he's not going to get there. But on the stretch, he managed to put that one home, Nelson Viper. Look at this. The touch was heavy just here, and I thought, you know what? He's just messed it up there. But it wasn't much to worry about for the Viper up front, who gets us that equalizer. But we could go and make it 2-1 here if we can. Back-to-back goals will be nice. I think it's gone too early, dog. Clayton Taylor, you know, he's been so close to beating that offside trap a couple of times now. And if they keep playing the high line, we might get it right before the end of this game here. That's it, lads. It's so disappointing. It's okay losing to Arsenal, but this was honestly a game that, given the chances we created, we should have won this one. We should really be winning this game, but unfortunately wasn't to be. It's a point shared. Honestly, I know it sounds crazy to say this, given the position we find ourselves in the league right now, but that was a massively wasted opportunity to beat a struggling Bristol City side. We could only, of course, pick up a point there, but Manchester City is still clear, top of the league. They are 8 points clear of second place Chelsea, and they are 10 points clear of third place Arsenal, and Liverpool hold fourth position. Manchester United and Newcastle 5th and 6th respectively. We have now dropped to 7, but only a point behind Manchester United. So Europa League, Conference League, who knows what we could achieve at the end of this season. The bottom three, you have got Bristol City, and hence I've said it's a massive opportunity. Bristol City are bottom of the league right now. Ipswich Town, and you have got Brentford occupying the bottom three. We've got Everton just about at this moment avoiding relegation, 2 points off the relegation places. Let's take a look for the race for the Golden Boot. You've got Isak, top of the charts there, 18 goals for him in 28 appearances. Erling Haaland not far behind the likes of Costulas. And you've got Martinelli, Afif. Viper has made his way into the top 6, top 7 there, 13 goals. He's having an incredible season, isn't he? Martinelli leads the way for assists. Rugari, Christozoli, Jeremy Doku is in there. Do we have any player there? We have got Bungard, who's got 5 assists, but I don't think he's in the top 10. Goodman leads the way for assists, though, for clean sheet rather, which is fantastic. And Kanisechi in there, Donnarumma as well. We're defending so well, and then most of the time, our goalkeeper, Owen Goodman, have kept us in games this season. So massive credit to him there to be leading the way for the race, for the Golden Globes. But smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one. And of course, I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.